Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today Update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody and Robyn Brown's lavish wedding for the Sister Wives series finale? There are several theories regarding Sister Wives' ultimate demise as season 19 goes on. The Brown family has been disintegrating for the past few years, and no reality TV program endures forever. Fans believe that Kody and Robyn Brown's romance will play a major role in the series finale. Would they have a lavish recommitment ceremony from TLC, though? Some fans believe it's totally feasible. Robyn Brown would like a celebration dedicated to her. Robyn Brown insists that she never felt embraced by the other family members as Sister Wives goes on. Some viewers believe that when the series ends, she will use this as justification to obtain her own. A viewer recently wrote on Reddit, Robyn is shown saying that her wedding wasn't about her, in the preview for next week. She would have been content with a modest wedding, and I can already see her claiming that the lavish event wasn't her idea. However, I have a feeling that narrative is untrue. I have a suspicion that she conspired behind Kody's back to stage a lavish celebration and give the impression that she wasn't interested, despite the fact that it was her idea. The OP continued by talking about how Robyn's Flagstaff mansion was apparently not her idea either. However, Robyn and Kody were the only Brown family members that profited from the house. If she took ownership of it, I would respect her more. However, the OP came to the conclusion that the "I never wanted it or asked for it" story was overdone. Other Redditors offer their opinions on the matter. Other Sister Wives viewers acknowledged that they could envision this situation coming to pass. Robyn will most likely demand something in exchange for Christine Brown's beautiful broadcast wedding. Included remarks. Naturally, the wedding was planned for the family and not for her. This woman will never take responsibility for anything. For example, she didn't buy the McMansion because she wanted to rent it out so badly, and she didn't come up with the COVID regulations that the family had to follow or the apologies from Gabe and Garrison. Or, given that Christine's wedding was televised, it might be a ruse for her to demand a vow renewal. I'm only speculating about it. My initial instinct was that. I wondered how long it would take before Robyn requested a vow renewal ceremony when it was revealed that Christine's wedding would be made into a special episode. In your opinion, how will Sister Wives conclude? Do you see something that revolves around Robyn and Kody? Post your own thoughts in the space provided below. To keep up with the most recent Sister Wives stories, continue to follow TV shows Ace Online. Watch the new episode on TLC this Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Do Sister Wives still have hope that Kody Brown will make amends with his children? Kody Brown is a bad leader of his family. His family has become strained as a result of his preferences. This has impacted his relationship with his kids in particular. Many of Kody's children are no longer with him. The 18-year-old father is unaware of the anguish and misery he has brought upon his family. Kody has stated that he will not think about reconciliation until the kids have apologized to him. It ought to be the opposite, though. Gabe Brown talks about his father's flaws. Gabe told his father the truth about the issue. Gabe was one of the teenage sons whom Kody Brown attempted to expel from the house during the COVID-19 pandemic. Janelle Brown intervened to stop that from occurring. Since then, there has been tension in the relationship with Kody and Gabe. Gabe discusses a recent text discussion he had with his father with his mother, Janella. "Hit me up, Dad," Gabe said. He was saying, "Hey, I miss you," which made it odd. He continued to phrase it as though I owed him an apology after that. After a while, I was just like, "Hey, unless you're, actually ready to have a relationship and fix things, then we're not going to talk anymore," he added. A few days later, he texted me when he returned. "Hey, I've been thinking about what you've been saying," he says. "Please pardon me, I forgive you." "Pardon me for what?" I asked. What's happening here? Kody is unaware that he is to blame for the distance that exists between him and Gabe. I hope he realizes this so that the relationship may be fixed. Gabe Brown finds it incomprehensible that his father will not accept responsibility for his deeds. He told his mother, Janelle, "I warned Dad that I would never see him again if he didn't change and couldn't accept responsibility. And that's totally fine with me." Since Kody's actions against the kids are unacceptable, the majority of the Brown kids have decided to follow Gabe's lead. Janelle Brown added her thoughts on what she believed would be necessary for Kody to make amends with the kids. "I don't know what it would take at this point to return things to normal," she said. "The kids are so busy, and they're starting to spread out across the country," Janelle said. "I think it would take Dad really setting things straight," Gabe Brown said in response to his mother. "And it would require a divine act, in my opinion." Janelle has consistently stood by her kids. Their dad had been saying things to them just casually about how he wished he had waited and just married Robyn, the woman stated. "My kids have a lot of stories like that, but I'm not sure what dads say to their children. When it comes to their connection with their father, Janelle is fiercely protective of her children. This is a result of Kody's ignorance of the harm he is causing to his own kids. Kody needs to accept responsibility for his misdeeds, but he can still make amends with his kids. Kody must accept that everyone makes mistakes. Kody must express regret for his actions if he wants to make amends. Some of his children would be willing to mend the relationship if Dad were to acknowledge his mistakes. Kody's decision to do the exact opposite is the issue. He anticipates that the kids will accept accountability for the harm that Kody inflicted. He regularly manipulates and gaslights his kids in order to support his story. Kody Brown will become lonely and dissatisfied if he doesn't modify his habits. If his behavior doesn't alter and he doesn't apologize, his family will leave. Tony Padron, the son-in-law of sister-wife star Christine Brown, claimed that David Woolley reminds him of her ex-husband, Kody Brown. On Sunday, October 20th, while spending time with her kids, 52-year-old Christine raved about her 60-year-old ex-boyfriend David. Her children gave her pleasant answers when she asked them what their first impressions of David were. Truly Brown, Christine's youngest daughter, described David as funny, although Tony, Michael T. Brown's husband, acknowledged that he reminds me of Kody. Tony, 29, clarified the resemblance by saying, "He's definitely from the same generation. He said all this boomer stuff, and I didn't understand a word of it." Tony maintained his remark, which made Christine's kids question whether she and David were from the same generation. In a confessional, Christine said that her mom's a boomer and asked the producers if David fell into the generation range. The mother of 6 then learned that David was considered a boomer because he was born between 1946 and 1964. "So David's a boomer and my mom's a boomer," Christine said while appearing visibly shocked. "David is 8 years older than I am, 8. The episode then cut to Christine telling her kids that she teases David about his age all the time. Michael T., 28, suggested that her mother tease him about it more if they were still an item when he turned 60, and Christine confidently guaranteed that she and David would still be together.